Octopuses are very intelligent animals, which makes it pretty rare to find one in the tide pools. It takes a lot of luck and consistency because they are masters of camouflage. I was out tide pooling, and secretly I was manifesting an octopus because when you say it out loud, it never happens. We were tide pooling for about an hour and had found some really neat things like beautiful sea stars and herons catching fish. The sun was setting and it did not seem like we were going to find an octopus until we spotted this massive sea lemon, and hanging out right next to it, an octopus. I'll be honest, I would not have seen this octopus if it weren't for the bright yellow nudibranch hanging out next to its den. The octopus was sitting there with its eyes out of the water, and I like to think it was observing us before we even noticed them. It moved around a bit, giving us a show before slinking back under the rock. I would never recommend touching an octopus because you don't want to stress it out, but they can also bite and are often venomous. However, if you put your fingers out and let the octopus decide if it wants to touch you, I do think that's okay. Octopuses have tiny suction cups on their arms that they use to move around and grab onto their prey, and they are surprisingly strong. This is a Pacific red octopus, which is a relatively small species that typically weighs less than a pound, and it had a lot of pull. In reality, it was likely trying to eat me, but it's always cool having a curious octopus hold your hand. You really never know what you might find in the tide pools, but you can always find something special, whether it's a sea anemone or an octopus. I encourage you to go check out your local rocky beach during the next low tides. See what you can find, and remember to tread lightly and treat the animals with respect.